Alright, we're going to be watching Weeniehut. I'm just playing Zenyatta on Route 66. This is Grandmaster 4. Hello, I'm a Zen one trick and fairly new to Grandmaster. Just want to know what I can work on, positioning, target priorities, rotation, and or ability usage. I try creating more off angles and pressure. Thank you in advance, anyone that reviews this. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. I've already pre-watched this. I think the two things that come to mind to me are, I would say three things. I would say number one, you don't look like a GM4 to me. And I think that I mean I could definitely see like high masters, I could see like GM5. I think GM4 plus does not, I'm not really feeling it. That's not to say that you aren't. I'm just saying that like I don't look at this and be like, "Oh yeah, you're definitely GM4 plus." It feels like you are very close probably to what I would think of as your limit in my region at least for where your skill is at the moment, right? Like I feel like if you are GM4, like you're a 50-50 winner at this point in time. That's number one. Number two, why do I say that? I think the first thing I would note is your accuracy is actually not that good, which is really, really surprising that you've gotten here. And for a lot of the supports, I could talk a lot more about the positioning and like the ability, etc. Zenyatta doesn't have that, right? You have your attacks and you have trance. Those are pretty much the two only things. I like Discord, but Discord's like kind of automatic. Like nobody like fails to apply Discord once you get out of silver or so. So it's really about like, hey, can you land shots? Can you stay in a position where you're not going to die really easily and feed? And can you use trances correctly? So I'd say accuracy is a problem that I feel like is going to hold you back from being able to climb much further if it was my in my opinion. And I would say number three is your trances. Like you can't miss a trance, and you miss at least one in this one, as I recall. A miss trance means like using a trance in a situation where you shouldn't have, or using it too late. Okay, again at the GM level, like everything comes down to such a small factor. At the end of this game, you lose from like one fight, right? Like literally, you're gonna die here. The card is here and had to go here. You only had to win one fight to win this game. This is pretty common at GM, right? When the games are very close. So it comes down to something as simple as just like one fewer lost fight or one more one fight wins the game. That's all it takes, right? That's how small the margin of error can be when everyone's playing at peak ability. Missing a trance like you do in this game is game losing. Like it's crazy, but like it is game losing. I would also note here is based on the way the enemy tank is playing, I bet the tanks are probably lower ranked than everybody else. Like I feel like you might be GM4 and the tanks are like, let's say Masters 2 or so. The skill difference feels really significant from the tanks. Like I don't feel like their enemy tank played all that well, which is what makes me think the enemy tanks are Masters. Again, I think other people probably look at this video and be like, "What?" who are below Masters and GM, but like it doesn't. The enemy tank does not feel like a GM tank to me. Like I feel like I would have like clean, taken lunch money from this Winston. So we're starting here as normal. I just want to see the moment where you would. So right here, there's Winston spamming away. I mean, this is kind of okay. I think you'd be a little more conscious of this. So your charge right now, and this is funny. It's like, do we talk about minor details or do we not talk about minor details? I think at GM it's really hard to give advice without talking about minor details. But I would note is you want to know when the fight is going to intensify. And when the fight intensifies, you're going to want to have as much ammo as possible. Right now, this is the poke phase, okay? It doesn't really matter. Like, nobody's going to get a kill here unless something screws up terribly. Nothing meaningful is going to happen right now. Everyone's just building ult charge and jockeying for position. But about 5 seconds from now, that Winston's going to jump in, right? Somewhere between 5 to 10 seconds, depending on if Winston waits for the card or not. And when the Winston jumps in, you're going to want full ammo. So we attack, the Winston drops. You see how you're waiting, right? Now you're charging a shot. Well, why are we charging a shot here unless you think the Winston can come in? But even if it comes in, you're going to have no ammo when this comes out. Is that the biggest deal if you blow him up? Maybe not, but it's one thing that I think of. I personally would have just reloaded here. That's my call. You can free to have a different opinion, but I'm just noting that I'm thinking of that. This was sloppy. So you're walking forwards right now, which gets you stuck all the way. This is no good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stickies. Is no good. Okay. You stop. I really like this. This is a good call, right? I think this type of stuff is what I would say differentiates like GMs from high masters. Is you're smart enough after you get stuck to stop moving, which I think is a really good instinct. But like you can't be taking a corner walking forwards. See, like that movement. This is fatal on GM. And it's not just Echo, right? Like anybody, like an Ash here, even a Cassidy, Soldier Helix could have killed you right now. This is a big mistake, right? You're very lucky to not die for this. Winston goes in this right away. Again, if this Winston does this correctly, you die. I think he's trying to jump over the top. I think he sees the stickies. Yeah, see? He's slow to react to this. Right? He sees the stickies. He should have gone right now. And then he's just going to jump. He's going to slam the top of this and then completely lose the jump. Like, this is not GM play. Arguably not even master. Like, this is a big mistake. I don't know if they feel comfortable with Winston or what it is, but, like, this is a bad call by the Winston who does not know what he's doing. You're very lucky to not take damage from that Winston. Winston goes in. You peek to the right. This is a dangerous peek for the record. Anyone in low ground right now could kill you, so you should need to be note of that. It's like, it's not the worst idea. I would just note that you are taking a risk there. Discording the Echo, which is fine. Discord the Mercy, okay, that's fine. You're charging a volley. I think I probably would have reloaded, but I think it's okay. Because you know the Winston's not going to jump for the next few seconds. I think this drop is a mistake. I don't know if this is intentional. I don't think it's intentional. I think you just... either way, I think it's wrong, right? Option number one is unintentional, in which case you made a mistake of your movement. Option number two is that you intentionally drop, in which case I think it's a bad decision. Because when this happens, you're going to break line of sight with your team. You're not going to be able to discord the Echo and the Mercy anymore because you have no line of sight. You're going to have to play around the Mega or completely retreat from the fight. You lose a lot of that pressure opportunity. The Winston can dive you. Cassidy can hunt you down. Like, there's a lot of potential problems right now. You see the Cassidy coming. Cassie's hunting you down right away. He gets stalled. You're not doing anything right now, right? Very, very slow. No discords, no harmonies. You heard the Cassidy on the left here. You should have peeked this and killed him. Right? You hear it because you hear him shooting, so you know he's not shooting at you, which means he's probably taking damage. You should have peeked this and killed him. I think this is an easy kill by you. So, let's talk about aim. So, my golden rule for pretty much everybody is you can't miss tanks. You can't miss tanks at close range, right? There's one miss, that's a second miss, and then you finally hit. So you missed two here on a tank, wide open, right in front of you. Can't happen, right? Not in my games, at least. I really feel like this cannot happen in my games, where if I had GM4 Zenyatta on my team, and who's missing this, I'd be like, we are going to lose the game. Which, I forget, the funny thing is you do lose this game, but that's something new. It's like, you can't be missing that. But one thing to note here is, you've given up the space in high ground, remember, because you drop low. So everybody is playing back right now. Okay, you try to walk forwards. Echo is now flanked, and this fight is basically over, right? They're all on top of you in all directions, right? Jumping on top again to get this. These dives from Winston are so bad. Like, where's the Winston going? Such bad dives. Anyway, right? You're chilling here. Great, you kill Winston. I don't know how much you actually had to do with the Winston kill, but you're not really doing a lot of damage right now either, I would note. Right? That's only one hit right there out of 3. You happen to hit the Echo who flies into it. That's pretty lucky. You are going to turn this fight around despite them having a really good position, and now we're in cleanup phase. So I think dropping low ground was a mistake. I think you had to stay high ground to help discord the Echo and Mercy and keep them back, right? Slash the Winston, slash whatever it ends up being. One thing to think about is always, if you could be more than one jump range from the Winston, that's great. So I don't know if you play Winston, probably not, because you said you're a one trick, but I don't know if you played him quick play or whatever. But from Winston, the farthest you can jump is right about here. Right? Bouncing can get slightly further. But if you're beyond that range, so for example, if you play here, Winston literally can't reach you. And if the Winston starts going on the right side, you can either retreat back into your team, or you can try to go this way, right? Depending on if the Winston's able to actually stay at that spot or not. There are options there. But if you can stay more than one jump away, you can mess up his day really badly. So you can discard him. Alright, spam. This is a good reason to note, like, why if you spam too much so you don't have ammo when you really need it. This bubble by the Winston is insane. Like, I have no idea what this Winston is doing. This doesn't even look like a Master's Winston to me. Like, this looks like low diamond at best. I'm not saying the tank is actually this bad, but I don't think they feel comfortable playing Winston, and they actually switch off Winston later. Because using bubble there is like game losing. There's no reason to do that, right? And he's gonna sit over here and he's just gonna die. I don't know if this video is about you, but I'm just noting is that, like, how lucky you got is that their tank is really bad. No offense to the player. I'm just noting that their tank is really bad. Like, I have no idea what this tank is doing. He knows he's discorded, right? There's no cover there. His backside's gonna be sticking out. Like, he has to know that he gets blown up here. This is a big mistake. Anyway, tank throws up his life, gives away his life. It's another easy win. Okay, so finally Winston's coming. The thing is, you do know that they have Nano coming, right? Winston's taking a ton of damage. The Ana's been there the whole time. She's definitely going to have Nano. So you get ready for Nano. Obviously, a big part of your job is to trance out the Nano, which you're going to do successfully. Right? You try to wait a little bit, which is actually great. because he does not actually get nanoed, right? I think this is a good hold here. I would note the aim is once again off. So I think the right click is good. Right click is good. Right? Oh, that's on target. This is a miss. And that would have been a miss as well. So just something to note is don't want to be missing those. Doesn't make a difference this way because Baptiste popped the window at like the perfect time. I don't know if this is intentional or not. But also, the Winston shouldn't be diving here. Like, breaking line of sight with his team when his team's not even ready to assist and going too early, this is like a throw. I have no idea. I have no idea what this Winston's doing. You should not lose to this Winston. Like this is rough. Like you're not gonna get that many easy games. This is about as easy as it's gonna get. Like Tank should not be doing this. Great, harassing the Winston. All right, going for a blow up. This is fine. I would reload. So something that you see higher level Zens do a lot is they charge right click, then they melee to cancel the shot when nothing's there, and then they reload immediately. That way you keep yourself at high ammo all the time. So as I mentioned earlier, you have a bad habit of being low on ammo. This is the moment in time where you need ammo. And I know that he's well, I guess you're going to trans anyway, but like I know that he's low, or rather that he's nanoed, or you're going to trans regardless, but like I think it's a good habit in general to have better ammo in this situation. You kick him off. Now this is good by you. You understand that the bubble blocks trance, so you're going in and out constantly to make sure that everyone gets healed. Right? You come out, you hear the fair ulti. This is good. Like this play, this feels like GM level play to me. Right? Just smart. Right? Good trance. Right at the beginning. Right? You confirm he's on target. Yes, he's on target. You pop trance as soon as you're like, okay, anybody might die. Yep, great. You're here. Keep everybody up. Excellent. Go in and out bubble. Make sure no one else dies. You go straight to the fair. All this looks good. Really, really good. Right? I don't think you played anything better. Unfortunately, at the end of this, you could have played this better. So you have the opportunity. You heard High Noon. You could have backed into this. You see how you come back out? If you played the close angle versus playing the far angle, so you went outside here instead of going inside here. Granted, it's a pretty short time to react to this because he's being mercy boosted as well. So like you had very little time to react to this. No, I don't know about that. You had a lot of time to react to this. You definitely should have lived to this. But that High Noon, in a rare scenario, actually ends up winning the point. Oh, actually no. You have the opportunity. Oh yeah, you have the ability to contest here. So you're gonna make a mistake not jumping on cart. So you play this as long as you can, right? You kill the Winston who's low. There's not enough healing for him. By the way, you saw the Echo here fly up to your right. I have no idea why you did not look at this Echo. I mean, I know you're killing the Winston, but like you got to deal with the Echo now, right? No, just you don't care about it. But regardless, somebody's got to touch this, and I'm looking at this again. If no one touches, this fight doesn't matter anyway. You have to drop and touch. Like you see your Sigma can't possibly make this run in time, and your Baptiste can't make this run in time. The only person here who touches you, and I know that you're 100% gonna die here. It's still the correct call to touch. There's no reason to not touch here. All right, reset. Playing default. This is fine. So this spam is like where I'm saying is like also I don't love your aim. Like this shot's clearly off, that shot's clearly off, that shot hits the wall, right? Clearly off. That shot is way too high. That shot hits the wall too. Right? So like no one's expecting you to be 100% at spam, but like this is not good spam. So like this is fine, that's fine, okay, that's fine. This shot's off a little bit. Okay, sure, I'll buy that. This shot definitely is not gonna hit him at this point. You know he's taking cover. Then this shot goes into the wall, right? Hits the post, but even without the post, it would have hit the wall. Then the next one, I think maybe I missed one, but like the next one goes over the top, which I don't think is realistic that it's going to hit him. And this, oh, that's a Sigma shot. And this shot also goes into the wall. Like these shots have no chance of hitting. You know what I mean? Like you could have just continued attacking to the right. You could have reloaded and gotten ready. You could have charged up a volley. You could have attacked the people on the right. Like you're just wasting your time here attacking the Winston who's fully behind cover and missing shots that have no prayer of hitting. So you're looking for the blow up here. This is close. Winston does a better job bubble dancing right now. So he walks through here. You still could have hit him, right? You notice that you're aiming low because he jumped. If you hit like one orb, literally one orb here, he dies. You see how low the Winston is, right? The Winston's at 38 health plus Discord. One orb here kills the Winston. So that's on you, right? Like that. This should be a pick on the Winston. See? Because you're not tracking fast enough. Like I'm not seeing like the GM level aim in the situation, which makes me think that your makeup, everyone gets their different makeup when they get the GM, right? Some people get there more through mechanics, some people get there through games, etc. I feel, especially watching like your trance play, I feel like more of your skill comes from your positioning and game sense than it comes from your aim. Like I feel like your aim is might be the worst or the weakest part of your kit as a GM player. So you see the beam. So this should have been all right after this reload. So while reload is going, you heard the echo go. So one thing I noticed that you're not very good with sound cues. You hear the echo go right now, right? So she's flying at somebody at this moment in time because you're going to hear, right, this going up here. You should be turning. You should be turning and harmonying her target because, again, even a little bit of healing helps a lot here because it prevents someone from getting below 50% so she can't beam them down. Harmony would be huge at the moment. Again, this is like absolutely massive if you can prevent her from getting, like as soon as she goes under 50%, Echo's damage triples, now easy kill for Echo. This is a mistake. Like you gotta be turning. Remember, is that if you're playing Zenyatta, there is no healer for your Pharah besides you. Because the other support, you're forcing the other support to have to play a main healer to heal your tank unless your tank is playing like ball, right? In all other scenarios, your tank has to play Baptiste, Ana, Kiriko, right? Moira. They can't be playing like a Brig or a Mercy to be able to save your Pharah. So you have to know, look, my Harmony's got to be on the Pharah to help her do her job if my Baptiste doesn't need it. Like this has got to be there. Like this is just like a mistake. Okay, your Pharah gets beamed down. As soon as your Pharah's down, your chance of winning this fight's like 25%. Like now you're screwed. Okay, because now they continue to take all the angles on you. They jump on top of you. Like there's nothing you can do now. No matter how good your aim, even with aim hacks now, you're gonna lose. Right? Even Echo ultimate's popped. Yeah, they're just gonna die here. So again, big part of this is you need to get Harmony on your Pharah, A, and B, you got to be ready to help against Pharmacy. Right? Really, really, really important. You got to be able to help against Pharmacy. You're thinking too much about the tank, but the tank is the worst player on their team. Right? Because of the way this lobby is structured, like we've seen consistently, their Winston is really bad. He's not doing anything that is helping his team win for the most part. He's just jumping in and feeding right away. The DPS are carrying, and one of the DPS has a Mercy pocket. So if you're not going to give your DPS a pocket, which I'm not saying you should, then you have to be able to get at least as much value as the Mercy does just to make it a 50-50 game. For you to not heal the Pharah here, by the way, and not kill the Winston when you had that chance, and not put any discord or any pressure on the Mercy or the Echo here is big mistake. Big mistake, and that's why you lose this. Alright, coming out here. Teams forcing their way out. You're charging orbs. This is fine. Right, great. Winston's dead. Your team's basically doing all the work for you. Again, Winston consistently dying over and over and over again. Just not good play by him. So, you start the reload. You should be tossing Harmony, but it wouldn't have helped you anyway. This aim is bad. I know you get the kill here, but so that's under. That's okay. That's clearly never gonna hit. That's clearly never gonna hit. That's, I would say, a poor shot, but like more reasonable. That shot's okay. That shot's good, right? But you see, like some of your shots are like way off, like way off, like way too far off for GM playing Zenyatta. If you're playing like Ana or Kiriko or whatever, like Lucio, etc., like I don't really care that much because you have a lot of other value you can add. But as Zenyatta, you got to be hitting shots, right? You're basically a DPS in disguise, so you have to be hitting shots. All right, break the shield. I would toss Harmony and Sig. I know that he's purple, but like I want to toss Harmony and Sig so I don't have to worry about it. He starts getting healed right away and then start attacking. Harmony takes you like a quarter of a second to apply and then go right back to attacking. All right, so when I see Baptiste jump in the air, I step out and give him Harmony. This is a heck of a shot, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, when I say this lobby isn't GM, I really feel like it's just the tank specifically. I think the Winston on their teams plays so poorly, but like the DPS are like fragging out. So the Baptiste is going to jump here. This is a good track. This is a really good track because this is not something that Echoes have a lot of experience doing. Like this is not a normal situation to be practicing, and the Echo hits all but one sticky here, which is phenomenal, and then gets the good kill here. But regardless, if I see a Baptiste jump in main like this, I step out in Harmony right away. Would it have saved him? Maybe. It's pretty close, right? Like it's pretty close. That might have saved his life if you gave him Harmony, but something to note. Without Baptiste here, you're like pretty screwed. Good charge shot on the Echo. Plus, I think somebody else might have shot him, but either way, we're just chilling here. Applying pressure. You hear the Winston to the right. So one thing to think about is, do I really want to be here? You don't want to step someplace where the Winston's going to be able to zap everyone on your team. Also, you have no Baptiste. So if the Winston just walks into you right now, right, pops bubble, zap, 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 pops primal, you die. Right? He's going to force your trance out. You do not want Winston to force your trance out. That is probably one of the biggest value adds that I add as Winston, is I can force out trances before my DPS ultis go off. And then that way my DPS ultis are virtually guaranteed to win. So you want to try really, really, really hard to prevent him from being able to pop your trance. If he gets nanoed, that's fine. No problem, right? We'll trade those. But if he doesn't get nanoed, don't let him be able to use primal alone to pop trance on you. The worst feeling as a Winston is to go on a Zenyatta who gets pocketed by the other support because they're in good position, and you, even with primal, you can't force them to trance. That is like almost always results in a lost fight. just a note. Right? I know you're applying here, but I think that you should have taken the time after the Baptiste died. When Baptiste dies here, I think I would have taken the time to go here, retreat, and I would want to play backside. I think playing backside here is much safer and gives your Baptiste time to recover, right? And come back here and play high ground over here. The other thing to think about is that you could play inside of Saloon and then look for an opportunity to like one-shot somebody from inside. So, attacking here, and if you play high side, cliffside, like you get opportunities to play here. You play here, like you're very, very safe here until the Baptiste comes back, and then you have the ability to. I think honestly, I think you should just retreat it here. I think this is the best option that you had. To play all the way back here. You can still attack tunnel. You can discord the Winston when he goes in. You're completely safe from Winston jumps. Like he has to do 2 jumps to get to you. I think this is the right call. Plus the Baptiste would save you if you do get jumped. So you're gonna see the Echo in the bottom left. I can see your tunnel visioning. Right here, you see the Echo. Right now you hear the Echo. Echo has to be your number 1 priority, right? Echo is so strong right now. You have to focus down Echoes. Right? Echo's in the air. Notices that you're not paying attention at all. Like this is a reasonable. See here, I don't know what the sticky is about. Get you low. This is bad, right? Because now you have to play a lot safer. You go for the Echo kill. I think this is a big peak to go this far out. I wouldn't have gone further than here. Walking to the doorway like that is death. You should have died right there. Your Sigma's fine. Don't worry about your Sigma, right? Your Sigma is not the priority. Like, your Sigma has so many tools to stay alive for a long time. He's playing Sigma because you have a low healing lineup. Don't worry about your tank. Get kills. Like, play this angle. Try to go for the headshots, right? Get kills here or reposition over here. Help your team kill the Echo and the Mercy with Discord. If you're going to play inside here, you got to be able to do something. Like, let's rewind here. Are you really helping your team win? You can't stop them from going through the choke. And your chance of killing them without a charged volley is like 0. Right? The Echo forces you in, you charge for this, right? It's okay volley, it's like the aim wasn't great, right? Now you're attacking here, now you give up here, even though you could still stay this, right? Still stay here. If you don't fight this, like, things aren't gonna get any better for you. You have to fight this. And then you're gonna die right here. So, because the card's so close, I think you should have popped trance here. But it's tough because, like, you don't have a lot of time to react to this. But, like, when you hit that shot, right there, I pop trance. Is the timing tight? It is tight, but I was able to pause, right? It's like, so at GM, like that's just what I expect. Like, it's not a good trance in the situation. I think you put yourself in a bad spot. Notice how the rest of your team's like forced way the heck back. But again, the card is gonna cap here if you don't pop trance. I think you have to pop trance here. One thing I would note, actually going back to this, is there should be at least 2 fights on every single payload point. Okay, two defender losses should result in the point being captured. Some points are longer, and it's like 2.5 or 3. They only need to win 1 fight. This 1 fight is all it took for them to cap. Right? Because they never actually won this previous fight. They just moved the card forwards, I think. Oh no, they did win a fight. They did win a fight. Yes, because I remember you walking back from spawn. Okay, I stand corrected. But regardless, I think you should need to pop trance here. No sense holding trance for last, because you're going to farm trance anyway. D.Va should have gone the. Is it capped? That's capped already. It doesn't matter. None of this matters, right? We're just jockeying for position. Now you've set the whole high ground, which is okay. It's not great. Alright, so some weird things are going to happen here. You shouldn't be in this position, right? Like, think about it. Against a Winston, like, why are you clumped up with your whole team in this small doorway? You should be, like, way over here. You know, here or here, something like that. Like, anything that's away from your team and not clumped up so you're all getting zapped, where you have line of sight, you can discord, etc., etc. Like, why are you here? D.Va's going to come in. You should have kicked her back. And then the Ashe is going to go here. So, I think it's still worth... I mean, I wouldn't have Trance's position. I think it's worth trancing here, but regardless, Purple would have killed her. So Trance is late. You're also in a bad position. Like, your team can't do anything with Trance. It's only worth it if you could have saved the Ashe. Now at this point, you're going to lose this fight regardless. So this is like a really bad mistake. You both used your ultimate, forced no ultimates, and died. Like, this is like the holy trifecta of problems with the ultimate. Like, this is game losing in a very literal sense. Because from here, like, this is like a big fight that you lost at ultimate, and now I don't know if you're gonna get it back in time for last. But definitely a problem. One thing to note is the Echo is a constant problem, right? She's really good against Zenyatta because she can take these weird angles. She's a flying hero. She's being pocketed. You gotta keep Discord up on her, right? Her or the Mercy to help your team kill. You're just not doing enough to help shut down this Echo. Right? And then you die here, and then they're gonna cap. So your team manages to actually hold this as her. Oh man. That's big right there. Like, this tracking is good, right? Right? That's good. Arguably, you should have peeked for that last shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, strafe out, 5, and you get the kill. Close. I don't remember the exact breakpoint for. I think it would have left her just a little bit, but I think I would have peeked this right away. So this is also where I'm saying your aim is a problem. So you charge volley, you miss that volley, right? Then you miss that shot. This is easy. You miss that shot. Then you go for a kick for some reason instead of just shooting. Right? Now you've knocked her over here. You miss that shot. Finally, you get a hit. It's not stellar aim. And another, like, hitting this Mercy here is easy after this kick. This is an easy shot. This is, at GM, this should be a 99% shot. You cannot be missing this shot. Significant problem. Oh, okay, yeah, let's look at the aim of the Ana. So this is also easy shots, right? She's just running a straight line. She's 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 running a straight line. Like, what's going on here? 2 shots, both of them well short. Like, maybe you thought that she was going to strafe back, but, I mean, attack based on what she's showing you, right? All right. So the good news is your team held amazingly. I have no idea how you managed to hold that, but we'll take it. It's mostly your team, and you didn't really do a lot. Pushing up, this is pretty normal. I don't love that volley. I think I would have peeked further on this. I think you're worried about the Ashe, I think. But I think this is too far. So you got Discord on Winston dives. Please Discord someone. As a tank player, please Discord someone. Winston's going in right now. Why is no one Discorded? You know, who's Winston to go on right now if there's no Discord? You gotta Discord somebody. Now you're late. That's okay. I don't mind that. Yeah, trying to apply pressure. Yeah, this is good. I like this. That's good, right? I like that play. Right, you found a good angle. I didn't even think of that angle, but I think it's great. All right, charging another volley. Again, I think I would have reloaded right now, right? Because ammo management's got to be a thing that we have a takeaway from this. Okay, right now when you drop back down, right, attack. Okay, reload. Right, you only have 1 ammo. Reload. So I think this is a mistake, right? And then now, in this critical moment, at this moment, both the Sigma and the Ashe are available, and you could be attacking them. But instead, you're forced to reload. You drop low. Not enough pressure to help your Winston out. Now your Winston's getting pushed in. But backing here is the correct call, right? Because you got dynamited, and there's nothing you can do. By the way, your other support went Mercy, which is rough. Mercy's End, not a good combination. Aim is an issue. These shots don't look on target. Like, that shot, a little is okay. This shot, clearly not on target. That shot, clearly not on target. That shot's okay, right? So you're 1 out of 3 are maybe, like, okay shots. Like, this is way too low as an accuracy. So gotta get kills here. I would have loved to see you charge up all. Like you have 8 ammo right now. Reload, right? And then as you're coming, you should have reloaded earlier, then charged ammo, and then as soon as you turned up to here, you should have been unleashing a volley. Like your volley timings are just not tight enough. Not strong enough to carry games. I think that's what's important. Like good enough that like yeah, maybe you're 50% winner in GM4, sure, but like it does not feel like a higher level GM player. Right? Attacking here is fine. It's good that you're ignoring the Sigma. That shot of Baptiste wasn't that great. Oh, be careful walking straight lines. Yep. None of this aim feels good, but he's also being pushed around by Primal, so whatever. Yep, that's fine. Alright, so we get the kill. Someone needs to move cart. You've decided that it's going to be the Hanzo. I don't know that I agree with that. I think that, especially since you already have ultimate, I think that you should be sitting on cart. It's not the worst idea for you to be off cart here, but between you and the Hanzo, like who do you think is more likely to get a pick? I'd say usually Hanzo, but if you want to play it this way, I mean it's also okay. They have Bastion now. Interesting. Note the missed shots on the D.Va. This should be hit. All the shots from here should be hits. Okay, I'll forgive the volley. All shots from here should be hits on the D.Va if you're attacking the D.Va. That shot's a miss. That shot is a hit. That shot's a hit. Would have been a hit, right? That shot's a miss. That shot's a hit. That shot's a miss. That shot's a miss. That shot's a hit, right? That shot's a wild miss. And then that shot's a miss too. So you're hitting like 40% against a tank 15, 20 meters away is no good. You should have weighed that with these missiles. Your missiles are 1.5 seconds. Wait. Now go. Right? You have plenty of time. Don't give the D.Va any chance of killing you. Attack the D.Va. Right? You should be reloading already. Why are you charging volley? See? Like, this is the moment where, like, I want my Zenyatta to be in kills. Like, I don't need you to damage her right now. Right? Reload. So you're ready for this moment. This moment right here. This is where I need you to blow up the D.Va. A better Zenyatta D-max that D.Va right now. Farrah frags out. So Bob's a problem. You pop trance here because you're going to die. I think this is a tricky call. They're down 1, you're down 2, and they already have Bob up. I don't know that I pop trance here. I do think it's potentially winnable, but I don't think it's likely. Yeah, see, like you don't even feel comfortable going up to Winston. Yeah, you have no chance of winning this fight. Yeah, there's no way you're winning this fight. This is a big mistake. So this is what, like 3 trances now? 3 or 4 trances that you've blown? Yeah, this is rough. Here's dynamite. You dodge correctly. Yep, you go back. Nothing more you could have done there. Somebody's got to go help out and Rosario soon. Charge volley. That's the right call. Don't jump. I mean, I think you're worried about the headshot, but the Zarya's already out there, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, you're stuck in a bad spot here because of the D.Va bomb. Get back. This is why Mercy's end such a bad combination. Off angling here, I think is the correct call. You're looking for a one shot. See, consistently, you can get this. This is a relatively straightforward one shot. Like none of your shots here land. This is no good, and it wasn't head level. I think your aim is truly like one of your biggest like limiting factors. You're dynamited. You got to reset. Your team frags out without you. You're holding this angle. As soon as you saw the D.Va coming up, you should have recognized that you have to be very careful here. D.Va's coming. Yep. Get low. Mercy does a great job pocketing you. Really, really good play by the Mercy to recognize that you had to be the pocket target. Right? That's great. So, we should be reloading right now. Right? You're always charging volleys with no ammo, right? D.Va's gone. Reload. No one's going to be standing right here. Like, your game sense needs to tell you, you can see your teammates, right? Your D.Va's in this choke. You're not going to get, like, a random enemy just standing still right here. Reload to get ready to burn down the D.Va. The D.Va's what's stopping the cart here. Like, your job here is to burn down the D.Va. So, you 100% should have demeched the D.Va here. Like, this is so bad. Oh, rough. Yeah, see, D.Va tried to regroup for health, which is silly, and then we get it. All right, 2 minutes, 48 seconds. This is very doable. You need to win 2 team fights to do this, and you have something like 6 chances to do so, right? So you only need to win a third of your fights from here on out, and you're good to go. And you have trance. You have 3 ults right now, so you're in good shape. And one of their ults is Bastion, which is bad. Bastion ulti gets popped. Ah, see, this is a throw. You see the Ashe? The Ashe is good, right? Because I assume the Ashe is the same player as the... Oh, no, the Bastion's the Echo player. But the Ashe is here, pocketed by the Mercy. You cannot be more than one shot away from cover. But you notice that you strafe out here to the left, then that's a mistake. That's 2 shots. A GM cannot be, against pocketed Ashe, cannot be 2 shots away from cover. Big mistake. Right, should not be dying here. You lost your ult advantage here now as well. Get revived. So D.Va's here. Yep, get the Discord. It was a little slow to get Discord on her. Right, that should be Discord right now. Again, I understand that she's being kind of evasive, but not that evasive. At GM, I would expect you to hit 1 shot here. Like, your shots, it's not even that, like, her up and down evasion that's killing you. Your shots are just short. Like, you see it's way too far to the left. Like, that shot's no good. And then this shot's wildly to the right. That shot's too high. Right? That shot's okay. But if you demech the D.Va, you probably win the game right now. You have a lot of opportunities to win this game, in fact. Okay, D.Va bomb gets popped. That's fine, just cover. Alright, she killed one. Not a lot you can do here. Mercy got res. Oh, okay. So Mercy res the Ashe. This is a 5-on-4 situation. They have short spawn. This fight's, you're not going to win this fight. Like, this cannot be the call here. What are you asking your team to do in this situation? Think about it. Like, D.Va bomb just went off. Okay. So D.Va bomb goes off. Soldier's dead. Where does Soldier even die? What the heck? He just completely... What the heck is this? He just totally ignores the D.Va bomb. So, Soldier's dead. You're again, 4-on-5 short spawn situation for the enemy team. Your D.Va's half health. Trancing out here. Like, this does nothing. This literally does nothing. You can't do anything here. You need your DPS to be alive. You don't even come out here and save the Pharah. Oh my god. This is poor game awareness. Like, you're invincible, right? Like, what do you... Just stay in the open here and, like, look. You hear shooting behind you. You have to turn and be like, okay, what's going on behind me? And, like, look, be like, oh, the Pharah needs heal. You saw it right there! Like, you still have plenty of time left on Trance. You have 2 seconds left on Trance. You could have stayed right here, healed the Pharah, and then got behind cover. Letting the Pharah die there is crazy. Yeah, that's really, really rough. So, again, you're still in 4-on-5 situation. Now you're in a 3-on-5 situation because the Mercy just died. But your Soldier's back, so now back to 4-on-5. But you killed the Bastion, but ultimately, like, you're out of position, right? You're out of position, you don't have ultimate, like, you're going to lose this fight. Also, they pop Yana, which is a mistake. But fine, right? You still have 2 more fights here to win the game. This is nuts. Oh boy, standing still at GM makes me cringe. You can't do this. Oh my, yeah, you can't do this. Also, the D.Va did an amazing job eating that. What the heck? Yeah, D.Va did a really good job eating that. I feel like the enemy Winston, or tank is just much better at D.Va than they are at Winston. These shots are not great, but I think we've already harped on that enough. So, think for a second here. Where's my value as Zen? Right? My value comes from discords, damage, trance. None of those things are happening. You're not hitting shots, you're not close enough to discord anybody, and you wasted your trance. You gotta step up here. You playing way far back here, you have no chance of getting a kill. Right? With the Mercy pocket on the Ashe, there's no way this Ashe ever dies. Even with volley, the odds of you getting this kill is so low. Like, are you gonna bet your game on you being able to kill the Ashe in this distance? Probably not. You know, that's not a good chance at winning. You need to step up to here, right, and help, and here to help, and then make your way forwards. Playing this far back is no good. See, Soldier gets dropped. Again, if you were playing up here, you could help damage the D.Va on the way in. You go to the left, I throw Harmony down, right? I help damage the D.Va. Something, anything can possibly happen, but too far back, way too far back. Like, prioritizing your survival doesn't matter in the situation where you need to win just one fight. Like, you gotta figure out, like, you gotta take some risks here. I'm not saying, like, walk into the back line. Like, no one's telling you go behind truck and take the mega, but you have to step up to the point where you can at least discord a target. So, Soldier's discorded, immediately throw the Harmony on him. Like, you want to make sure there's no chance that the Soldier's gonna die here, right? Where's the Harmony? No Harmony. Bob's out. Now you're in big trouble. Right? Bob's in a really good position behind you. Soldier's dead. Right? I don't think you're gonna be killed. Yeah, I think that's the right call, being like the Bob's gonna expire before I die. Trying to dodge Bastion ulti. It's a good call here. So you still get one more fight, right? Still get one more fight. You have short spawn in this position. You're good. No need to fret. Diva dying there is actually good because she's low on health. I remember checking this earlier. But the problem is she takes too long to die. This is a mistake by the Diva. She should have died a lot earlier. Because now nobody can touch the card. Like, there's no way you can do anything. Like, even if you're the best Zenyatta in the world, like, what are you going to do in this situation? You can't even touch the card. Oh, actually, but somebody else does touch the card. Okay, so this is something I want to explain to you. In case you didn't know, as long as somebody touches the objective, whether it be payload or a robot or a point and control point, as long as somebody touches the card within the last 3 seconds of the game, or the round, they will trigger overtime. You don't need to actually be touching the card when overtime begins. So the Tracer does the correct thing, which she touches the card here with 2.8 left, and then she's going to rewind, which means overtime is going to trigger here even though nobody's on the card. You see that? No one's on the cart and overtime gets triggered. Everyone here is clearly too far away to touch the cart. Okay? You did not need to step up here, but because you get nervous the Tracer isn't going to touch, you step up into the left of the room, or like here. This is a mistake. The second you do this, the Diva correctly identifies you're overextended and cut off from your team, and the Diva's going to dive in and kill you. This is a good play by the Diva. It is a bad play by you. I understand why you did it, because you were worried about the cart, and you're like, somebody needs to touch, we lose, nobody touches. But you saw the Tracer there already ready to go. Okay, like you see this Tracer, she's blinked here. At this moment in time, as long as she's there in the next 1 second, she's good, right? She's still on the cart right now, we're good. Like, overtime will start. You do not need to touch the cart. This is a mistake for you to do this. Do I think you would have won it even if you hadn't done this? No, but just noting that is a big mistake that you had. Okay, so in summary, what are your areas for improvement? Number one, aim, for sure. No way to dance around it. Like, aim is a problem for you. Can't be missing tanks. Cannot be missing tanks. Also want way more value out of your charged volleys. Much more value. I don't think you get a single pick with charged volley the entire game. Big problem. You're also not consistently aiming at head level. So aim number one. Number two, trance. Big time problem with trance. Big time problem with trances. Many of your trances are bad. Understandable, but bad. And at GM, you can't have bad trances. Not if you want to win and carry games. That's just it. Like, I always tell myself in GM is that if I make 0 to 1 mistakes in a game, I expect to win the game. Right? Like somewhere between 60 and 75% chance to win. I make 2 mistakes, and now we're talking like 50 to 55. If I make more than 2 mistakes, I assume I will lose the game. Okay? That like it's just kind of that straightforward. Like your margin for error is tiny. So you really have to make sure, especially this game with how bad their tank played for most of it, you really had to convert this one into a win, in my opinion. All right, so we talked about aim and we talked about trances. Number one, number two. Number three is helping your team deal with Echo Mercy or Pharmacy or whatever more. You have to have better Discord uptime and more damage pressure on them. Because you notice when you did, on first point, it was actually doing really well, right? You're like picking them off consistently. Second point too, I think it did like okay for the first half of it at least. But after that, like it kind of falls off a cliff from there. On offense, actually, first and second also did well. But like on the second half of second point and then the third point, I don't think you did a good job keeping the Echo Mercy under control, which is a big factor into why they won this game. Okay, I think those three are good enough to stop there. Hopefully this is helpful.